everybody, Mrs. Rum here at home, and I wanted to share a book with you today called What If Everybody Did That? Brought some friends with me to read. Buck, who you may have met. This is my other dog, Pig, and as you can see I brought Puppy and Snail, who are social distancing. I also have some other items I want you to think about as I read the book. These are some things I think about. What if everybody did that? And this is the book I've been thinking about most lately. It's written by Ellen Javernick and illustrated by Colleen M. Madden. When we went to the zoo, I fed just a little of my popcorn to the bear. The zookeeper waved his broom and said, "What if everybody did that?" And the sign says, "Please do not feed the bears." Look at those bears. Do you think they feel well? I just wanted to see how fast the grocery cart would go. I went faster than I expected. When the manager stopped me, she said, "What if everybody did that?" Do you see any messes that might be made? On the way to visit Grandma and Grandpa in Kansas, I dropped just one soda can out the window. The patrolman who pulled us over said, "What if everybody did that?" I see some things in that picture that do not belong. At Uncle William's wedding, I took just a little lick of the frosting from the fancy cake. The lady behind the table glared at me over her glasses and said, "What if everybody did that?" How do you think the bride and groom feel about everybody licking from their fancy cake? I can tell just by looking at their faces. I told the babysitter that I took a bath just once a year. As she shooed me into the bathroom, she said, "What if everybody did that?" I'm glad we can't smell that picture. Maybe Buck can. During story time, I had something important to say. I just couldn't wait till the end of the story. The librarian put her fingers to her lips and said, "What if everybody did that?" And as you can see, everybody's talking at once. "I gotta go potty. Why can't we read one of those other books? I already read this one. My mom said that reading is a good thing and we should. I'm so hungry. I can touch my toes, see? How much do you weigh?" While we sat in the car waiting for Dad, I honked the horn. I just honked a few times. But Mr. Thompson came to his door. He shook his head and said, "What if everybody did that?" Close your ears. Beep, beep, honk, beep, honk. At the swimming pool, I just splashed a little. The lifeguard blew his whistle and said, "What if everybody did that?" Think about the pool you go swimming in. What would happen if everybody at that pool splashed water out? What would it look like? Would it look like this? On the bus, I just stood up to see the fire truck. Mr. Gearshift glared at me in the rearview mirror and said, "What if everybody did that?" The firemen, who are trying to be safe and protect people, are yelling, "Sit down!" And even the dog is barking, "Woof, woof." What if the firemen had to stop fighting a fire and help the bus that got in an accident? Just once, I didn't hang my coat on the rack at school. Mrs. Sanders made me pick it up, and she said, "What if everybody did that?" Can you find the boy in the picture? At recess, I threw just one snowball at Sammy. Mr. Walters saw me. When he sent me to stand by the wall, he said, "What if everybody did that?" Do you see anybody who is feeling unsafe or upset? When we went out for dinner, I just shot one straw paper. The waitress stopped taking our orders and looked straight at me. She said, "What if everybody did that?" I wonder who would have to clean all of that up. At the football game, I just ran on the field to get the quarterback's autograph. The official waved his arms and said, "What if everybody did that?" Do you think the players would be happy that they had to stop the game for everybody? When I came home, I gave my mom a hug. What if everybody did that? Everybody should. There's lots of things everybody should be doing right now. And as you can see, Puppy and Snail are social distancing. They're sitting apart from each other. But notice the hearts between them. They're still sharing love. They're wearing their masks. What if everybody wore gloves and used sanitizer and washed their hands? Finally, what if everybody gave a little something? Whether it's treasure, food, or money. Maybe you can give a little bit of time to help somebody out. Maybe you can give some of your talents, like sewing or making something, to help those in need, or even helping around the house. You have lots of talents you can share. So, hopefully if everybody does some of these things, we'll get to see you really soon. I hope so.